Hey everybody, Quantum here, and as we move to the midpoint of June, there are some tournaments happening and wrapping up this weekend. It is Sunday, June the 15th, but I just wanted to quickly double back and take a look at some of the bigger tournaments that happened over this past month so far, because we really only looked at the Ink Invitational after the initial SSG tournament, and I think some of these tournaments do deserve, the bigger ones at least, just a quick look at. We're not going to spend too much time analyzing. I want to take a look at the top two. This list is kind of strange, but we do see Discard making top two, losing out to aggro. In our latest meta review, we did talk about basically Amber Steel, Emerald Amethyst, and obviously Emerald Steel being the top decks in the meta, in my opinion. I think Blurple is definitely up there, but not necessarily at the same level as these other decks. And then I think, off the radar, definitely coming into play is Popsicles. Not necessarily the DKP list, because that does struggle a little bit into the discard meta, but this guy had success with the Shark list, so congrats to him. But yeah, I mean, we expect discard. For those of you that think discard isn't a problem, let me know. We're midpoint in the month. Are you playing against discard? Are you having fun playing against discard? Are you watching tournaments of people playing against discard? And what do you see in the chat? I will die on this hill. Nothing is likely going to change, but it should. But yeah, that was a pretty big event. That was a 5K. And the next one we want to take a look at, the PPG qualifier. We see Steel Song and Discard again in the top two. Again, we called this meta before day one, right? We said Amber Steel, Song, Discard were going to be pretty much the decks to beat. So yeah, pretty straightforward and interesting to see that they're on the Naveen and the Beyond the Horizon list. No discard stuff, so no like You Have Forgotten Me, but just showing the power of the Beyond the Horizon in this deck as well. Congratulations to Jonathan on that W. And yeah, happy to see that they beat out discard. So Event Horizon, okay. That's kind of cool. Isn't that what a black hole thing is when you approach it? Event Horizon? I don't remember. Yeah, sometimes the site back button doesn't really work. What else did we want to take a look at? We looked at this one. A 25K? What? Is that $25,000? No chance. Unfortunately, Discard took this one down. Always in the top two, it seems. Of course, beating out Ruby Amethyst. This should have been a 2-0, right? Whoa, my computer is definitely lagging a little bit right now. I wonder why. Or it's just the website maybe. But hopefully, is it the heat? It's getting pretty hot these days. But let's see if there we go. Sorry about that. Okay. Oh, love to see the Hades and the Queen's Castle. I love it. We already experimented quite a bit with this build, and this looks pretty much very similar to what I was running. Just a couple changes in ratios. We're on the Palace Guard, more 1-drops. Queen of Hearts only has a 2 Vanellope. I guess that makes sense. You're not really too worried about Diablo if you're running this high-end package, right? Look at all these evasives. I mean, the deck is called Evasives, right? I like this deck. Yeah, I don't necessarily think you need to go for Vanellope if you're going something like this. And then, yeah, I'm a fan of the 2 Hades. I'm a fan of the magical maneuvers, as you guys know if you watch my videos. The one of Dragonfire. How many uninkables total? 13, so okay, reasonable. Unfortunate that this deck fell to discard in the final, called Bucky's Memorial. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's nothing to not you don't even need, like, let's just move on. Like, we don't need to review this. We've reviewed that deck list to death. The deck, okay. Anyways, next up, what do we have? Ludofest. No idea, but apparently huge event in France. Oh, and discard in the top two. Inevitable that I think the Europeans like Emerald Amethyst more. I think it would be disingenuous to say that this isn't a top deck when it is doing well in Europe and the Europeans like it. Obviously, guys, take everything with a grain of salt. The players piloting these decks matter. If a really good player says, I'm going to play Blurple and annihilates the field because everyone else maybe not at that caliber, despite them all playing, air quotes, the best deck or the best decks, like, yeah, the Blurple player is still going to win. Of course, luck and everything does play a factor. It is still a card game, but there's a lot of discard in top two, it seems. A lot of Amber Steel, a lot of Emerald discard winning tournaments, it seems. I think that was the last big tournament on the day. Let's go to page 1. Whoa, messed up there. Didn't want to filter. I want to keep it by the date. Okay. What do we got to take a look at here? I do want to take a look at this because I think this was the tournament that Speci streamed. His deck was very good, I will say. This was really good deck building by Speci. I didn't watch a lot of his matches, but I think I caught a couple. I thought he won it, but I guess he lost in the finals. Unfortunate, but yeah, he played. From what I saw, he was playing really well. And like I talked about, this pull the lever, wrong lever combination, heavy focus on the discard. Building the deck the right way. The school of Ed is what I've called it in Lorcana, but obviously as other card game, you build for consistency. Four ups, four ups, four ups. Look how many Diablos. This man is even running this Diablo. He wants to play for the bird. Bird is the word, as the deck says. So I like the list. Very good stuff on Speci. Losing to item popsicles. The only way this deck wins is they have to high roll off the workshop, right? The discard deck cooks the Ruby Amethyst, or Ruby Amethyst, but also Ruby Sapphire. The only chance they have is to hope that the discard player just has a slow start. I don't know if this is what actually happened, but I imagine the only way he won was because he got Maurice's workshops into rotation. Getting these stone dragons helps as well. But Speci with the wrong levers, and this is why wrong lever is so good. You can just out everything. What I will say is, if he got enough gas going that he could set up the dime and then, just top deck a couple of Tamatoas, that's how they win. But it is a very risky game plan against the discard decks. It's, historically red blue. I mean, maybe not historically, but in my opinion, red blue has a tough time against discard. I don't think whenever I play discard that I really ever lose to red blue, which is crazy. But this is a smaller tournament. Hey, Zarek, who's actually doing well right now as the what do you call it? He's in the top 4 right now. It's still going on of the CCS show, so he might actually win that, beating out Bounce. So again, tempo deck. Again, was our meta prediction good or not? Let me know in the comment section below if you made it this far in the video. This was the tournament in Toronto, and Dale ends up taking it with Matthew Peddle also on discard. 2 top players, former Yu-Gi-Oh players, or I don't know if they still play, but probably not. And Joseph Quigley, were not world's competitor. Unfortunately, he lost in top 16, but North American Championship top 16 player on Blurple, losing out to Dale in the finals. And this was a cool list. I think this guy obviously has a YouTube channel. His name is YouTube. Chrome Cow. Shout outs to you, Mr. Enchanted. I'm playing something a little bit more spicy, not relying on that Emerald Steel discard. Love the mid-range list by you. But, top Yu-Gi-Oh players know the power of control. Yu-Gi-Oh is a control-oriented game. And, yeah, they're just doing what the deck wants to do. A little bit of spice in there, but I don't know why he calls it Moyen bracket Dale. Okay. I don't know if they're on a team or something, but yep, discard wins another tournament. What else is new? What other big tournaments we want to take a look at? This French one, Mulligan Challenge number 22. What do you know? Steel Song and discard. Guys, my meta prediction, right, wrong, let me know. Saying that Emerald Amethyst, Emerald Steel, Amber Steel are the top color combinations. What do we think? At least for these big tournaments. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe if we look at these smaller events, maybe like these smaller events, it looks like these other decks can do well. Again, it depends on who's there, but the bigger events, the one where the money hits the table. Why is there still set 7 stuff going on? Anyways, hey, Eddie Martinez, I'm happy to see. Was there a gentleman's agreement? No one's playing discard here? Nothing. No discard in the top 16, top 8 out of 60 players. I love it. This is how it should be. This is how it should be. Anyways, let me see this Ruby Amethyst list. On the Lumieres, man, this card, I don't like this card because it gets cooked in the Steel Song matchup, man. But he made it work. Congrats. It is very good if it does survive. Like, if Storm rotates out, this card will also rotate out, right? I forget what set. I think this was set 4. It is set 4. Maybe it gets reprinted, but probably not. I mean, it's not significant enough to get reprinted, but it would be cool if it did, because, man, does it ever feel nice to make Peter Pan Shadow a 3-3, Genie a 3-4, Iago a 5-6, Elsa a 3-5. Feels really nice, and obviously these guys buffing these guys up, these 1-drops. Ooh, on the Hades, I love that the Hades is getting love, man. I'm telling you, this card is good. If you guys, did I do an update on my Ruby Amethyst list for my members? If not, yeah, I'm on the Finders Keepers, and I'm on, like, it's good. Hades, the Finders Keepers, we're having some success with red purple. Unfortunately, we still lose pretty hard to discard. At least I am. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. Still, I'm trying to figure out a way to beat it. I just can't. If you're against a good discard player and they curve out, like I said, I think the deck is just unbeatable. But we're having some moderate success. Playing Ducks Home Masters. Amber Emerald, is this just another discard? Yeah, well, just, these decks that are focused around Prince John, they're all the same. Diablo, Prince John. Okay, whether it's Emerald Steel, Emerald Amber, another discard in the top two, and obviously this one won it, beating out aggro. Interestingly enough, yeah, I mean, if you sing Under the Sea against an aggro deck, obviously you're going to cook them. Reign of Jafar, 5k. Is that what I just clicked on? No, I clicked on the German one. Dirty Birds, discard, Steel Song. Like, guys, oh my god. I'm feeling myself again in this video. Like, the meta predictions. Oh, these didn't win though, actually. Sorry. Top eights. I mean, maybe they split. I don't know how they don't have results yet, but I mean, this is a pretty telling top 16, top 8 already for what's published. And I think that's really it, right? I mean, we'll review the CCS. That's going to probably require its own video. That's why I'm doing this one ahead of time. Guess we can take a look at these. Oh, Tempo winning. Discard, making only top 8 good. Popsicles, let's see. Is this DKP list? No, this is... What? Okay, Chicha Draw Engine. I'm like, where's the Maurice's Workshop? No Hieroms, obviously. Chicha Draw Engine. Yeah, this Carpet Bag is a good card. 4 Fishbone. I'm surprised 30 characters, no Greatstone Dragon. How are you inking every turn off Fishbone? What? 8 Tamatoas. Only 1 Half Shark. What an interesting list. Man, props to you for making it to second place. That's a really cool, yeah, spiciness level up there. Losing out to Amethyst Steel Aggro, a deck that I think has definitely gone under the radar. Definitely not a tier 1 deck. I actually picked up 4 of these genies and foils today because obviously it survives rotation. But I'm like, if they ever make like a good shift genie for Steel or Amethyst, like we've got 2 genies that are pretty good in this ink pairing that survive rotation. So pretty cool on the Palace Guards. Interesting. On the Pains. Ooh, we recently made a video about Ruby Amethyst damage counters. Surprisingly good into, like, very good into some matchups. So we'll see what happens at post rotation. But I don't know how you categorize this as an aggro list. You're only running 1 genie. That's crazy. This is a mid range list. Why would you categorize this as aggro? Am I missing something? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Happy to see a new deck take a tournament though. Let's take a look at this Ruby Amethyst on the Flynn Riders. Love to see that there's so many variations to play Ruby Amethyst. I know I said we were supposed to draw bird. Yep. If you need to see that bird, right? I mean, Emerald Steel. I say the only way Emerald Steel loses is if it loses to itself. Obviously, if you're a good pilot, you should be winning quite a bit with it. But ooh, this Maui. I need to pick up foils of this, but they're still like $4. I think they should come down. But this is a good card. But I mean, at least Green Steel in its current iteration, it all gets rotated out. We'll see what gets reprinted. So pretty cool stuff. I guess we can take a look at this one. This is the last big tournament. Oh, love to see Ruby Amethyst taking the tournaments down. Let's go. First place. We don't have the rest of the results. Ooh, looking nice. Like I was telling you guys, I've been testing Finders Keepers and my Ruby Amethyst as well. It seems like everybody's on this. Like we all just like seem to like make the shift simultaneously. I've tested Belle, but I quickly took her out. I wonder if she's worth looking at again. I'm on 4 Elses though, so my ratio here is different. I'm also on 3 Iagos. But guys, if you watch the videos, we talked about the Cusco, right? Like this card's coming back. We've talked about the Queen of Hearts. I'm not a huge fan of the Medusa just because it's a high cost uninkable. No Hades in this one, but that's fine. The library is obviously very good with the Chernobog and the Diablos. Less than the 8 ratio though. 7-1 drops, 7-2 drops. No Mim Fox either. I think Mim Fox deserves a place, but hey, this guy won with this list. Major props to him. 3 Maui. I've opted to cut Maui from mine too, actually. I think you can include him or not, but like if you're going with the Peter Pan and depending on the evasives, yes, it is less reliable because you need the Peter Pan to you need to see it and it needs to survive for your evasives to have the rush. But Iago with the Peter Pan is basically Maui on steroids, right? I mean, not on steroids, but like it has evasive. But yeah, a lot of discard, obviously earlier on in the video, taking a lot of tournaments, but happy to see other decks, especially Ruby Amethyst coming back. Ruby Amethyst can beat discard. Like they can beat it. It's just like, it's tough because if discard gets the line, like you're not beating them anyways. Is this Let's Effing Go? Weird. But yeah, those are some of the big tournaments. Again, stay tuned if you want to see the recap, my recap at least, of the CCS. It's still going on right now. Busy today, but hopefully I'll be able to catch the top 4 matches, but we'll see. If you made it this far in the video, thank you again for watching. Hopefully this provided some, I don't know, holdover until we review the rest of the conclusions of the tournaments this weekend. Anyways, Quantum's out, guys. See you in the next one, hopefully.